We're going to start it off with Take a Drink and Think. That's our first segment. We're going to ask you 3 questions just to get like the icebreaker, get the flow going, take a drink and think about the questions, give us an answer. Yeah. We'll get it rolling from there, all right? All right. What you got, Trev?
Take a drink and think. Here we go. First question. When you meet someone you're attracted to, what do you first notice about them?
Take a drink and think.
Take a drink and think. Trademark. Take a drink and think.
Nod your head so quick.
As a kid who used to suck on quarters, I know what I like. So, for example, when I first met me and my girlfriend met working at university. Okay. Working at the.
You better be careful with this.
So we worked at the bar together. We were both doing security.
Okay.
I was on the football team at McMaster. She was on the rugby team.
Okay.
And I remember the first thing I noticed about her. It's a bit weird, but it was just like her skin.
Okay.
She's very nice skin, clear skin. I was just like, oh,
nice.
She's cute.
Yeah.
Didn't really think much of it. I was in a different relationship at the time. I'm just passed on from it. But then once we came out of university, give or take a year, and I'm like, damn, I still think this girl's cute. So I started hitting her up on Instagram.
Okay. So in the DMs?
Of course.
Oh, got the game.
And then, just rolled on from there, and now I'm lucky enough to be dating her.
There you go. I like that. Lucky enough. I like that.
Bro,
well said.
You could have said anything. I'm telling you right now, she'll be so happy. She will be so, every girl is obsessed with the skin, right?
Very true, very true.
Shut up. You thought about that.
Can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with
that. That was a good answer.
Yeah. Those kind of things, eyelashes.
All those things.
Like, yo, her eyelashes stood out to me. They're so long. They're like, what? You like my eyelashes?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, you talk over her lips? That's it.
Michael Nelson's putting me on some moves.
Shut up.
Yeah, that was a
good
calculated answer.
Yeah, very accurate. What we got next, Trev?
We'll move on. All right. What is the most difficult challenge thus far in your life?
So drink again and then
Take a drink and think, man.
Take a drink and think.
So the most difficult challenge in my life thus far. To be honest, it was probably getting into university.
Okay.
And that was only because starting out in high school, I was not the best student. And coming from middle school, I got a learning disability attached to me. So all of that gave me some harsh issues with my confidence when it came to education. But I had really good friends who kind of held my back there. Actually, I'm going to be meeting one for dinner on Sunday.
Okay, good.
I don't know if you guys know Gene, I just call him Gene Ross.
Okay.
But one of my friends, he actually went to Campion, started tutoring me in math and stuff where I was struggling the most. Felt a bit more comfortable by the time it was time for me to write my SATs, which I still bombed. But that gave me the confidence to keep trying at education because I saw what my work actually looked like.
Yeah.
From there, started getting more recruiting from different universities in Canada. With McMaster, finally got a look that I really liked, so pulled my grades up and got into university. Just by the skin of my teeth, but then from there became one of the top standing.
Trust me,
Easy school to get into, man.
And I'd say even people think that we have a major advantage being athletes going into university.
Yeah.
But let them know that you still have to maintain a certain average point, which is not easy for someone that's not even wanting to get into a university, or even if they do, just trying to get into university in general, right?
I remember in high school, it was such a drain because my high school didn't have a football team like DeVille Campion did. I went to Brampton Centennial. So
trash.
So that's actually one of the sports I would do. So track and rugby while we were out of summer league for football.
Yeah.
So in that time while doing track, rugby, and then kind of going in between wrestling, I would work. There was a factory down on here, Ontario, and I'm forgetting it here where that A&W is, the gas station.
Towards north.
Would that be
so.
Yeah.
I think it's Sandalwood in here, Ontario.
Okay.
Yeah, actually that's it. Sandalwood in here, Ontario. I was working at the factory there.
Oh, okay.
So working there after school around like 5, 6 o'clock till 11 o'clock.
It's a grind.
Trying to save up money so I could pay to come play Brampton football.
Jesus
nice.
Christ.
Yeah.
So putting all that together, it's like I did this because I wanted to play a sport. It was just fun for me.
Yeah.
But everyone who thought, oh, you got into university easy, it wasn't easy. I had to work at Walmart, pushing carts, working my way up to working inside so that I could then save up to help afford for my payments into McMaster and get OSAP, all that. So
Exactly.
nothing was handed.
Nothing's
Everything was
handed,
taken.
right? Yeah. And that's something that's like overlooked a lot nowadays.
Yeah. A lot of people expect it to just be an easy trip. Like, I'll just play a sport and, the school will do everything
It's
for
not
us.
like
No,
that.
it's not like
here,
that.
man.
Even just to-
Especially here.
It's
right?
really not like that.
Yeah. Even just to play that sport, like you were saying, sometimes it's a hard time,
It's
right?
a sacrifice just to play the sport you love, really, right? So
Yeah.
you're giving up time you should be spent studying.
Yeah.
A lot of parties you won't go to. You'll cancel on friends for stuff. And then even then, there's no guarantee you're going to make it as far in the sport as you want to. As we unfortunately all know. But it does give you great life lessons. So it's a give and take kind of thing.
Very true, very true. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Well answered. Well answered.
Jesus Christ, man. All right, good answer. Finally, last question. A little bit deeper, but who are you becoming?
Take a drinking thing.
Take a gulp.
That's a deep
Take a gulp.
So, damn, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I guess I got to answer that in like 2 parts because there's a person who you think you're becoming and the person you're actually
absolutely.
becoming.
Yeah, I like that.
So a person I think I have a very self-deprecating attitude toward myself, and that's how I usually push myself to do more things. I'll think less, so I'll push more to try and do something because I don't want to be that less. So I guess there's always that nagging voice in the back of your head that, you're not good enough. You have to do more. You have to do more.
Yeah.
And luckily, I have a really good friend group around me, especially now, that they don't have that kind of mentality, but they are always pushing for more, and that it's kind of acclimated me to that pressure. I'm like, hey, I got to figure out how I'm going to justify these relationships in an extent. Not to say that these relationships are owed or anything like that, but to have access to the kind of friendships I've made, the people I have in my life, in my mind, it does require not just being a bum. I like to try and bring value into that. So from trying my best to learn whatever little bit I could about the stock market, so when we're talking in our group chats about it, I can contribute whatever meaningless thing I can, or trying to get better with my writing. One of my friends who I met in university, actually, he still looks over some of my stuff sometimes, Tony. I remember I'd never told him it, but I'm always kind of nipping at his coattail. I'm trying to chase his, because when I read his writing, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So when I go back to my job and I'm writing, when I'm ever drafting marketing material, I'm trying to have that Tony bit of flair in mind and then add my own in and be my own creative. So that's the self-deprecating part of me. Person. But the person I feel, at least now I can say I'm actually becoming because of that self-deprecating side, is someone who works harder. So I remember talking to you no more than like 3 or 4 weeks ago. And since then, trying to wake up earlier and read through whatever books I have on my reading list because I'm like, from what you've told me about how you organize your day, I found it inspirational, and I was like, I need to do this. That's it. That's the way to get better at things. So, waking up and first thing I'll do is read the Bible on my phone.
Nice.
Quick, get that out. Praise God. Right after that, I'll crack open so I have my leisure book and then I have my earn book. So that comes back to that Earn Your Leisure podcast that I'm really into now. So I'll read my leisure book, 2 days a week. It's weird, but How to Win Friends and Influence People. I'm into those kind of
book. Good book. Yeah. Both of us read it.
Okay. I love the principles in it.
Yeah.
So it's like my weird niche thing. I like books like that. Like Rich Dad Poor Dad, still one of my favorite books. There was this
life-changing. Both of our lives.
I think that's like the catalyst for everyone who tries to better themselves. Like, I read Rich Dad Poor Dad.
It literally just makes you, everything you spend money on, it just makes you think about,
is this really better than
Oh
me?
my
Exactly.
God,
Is it gonna grow wealth?
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I still do spend some money on stuff that
You gotta live.
We're
Gotta live.
human.
As long as you're thinking about it,
Exactly.
right? You're gonna help
Conscious of
yourself
it.
a little
now
bit.
there's more of a developmental mindset.
Yeah.
But for example, those are like my leisure books, and then for like my earn books, because I am in marketing, I'll try and study something like there's actually a course, online course I'm taking on SQL for data analysis and being able to work better with data so I can be a better marketer, or reviewing the Google books that I used to read in university so I can get better with my pay-per-click strategies, or even just trying to read something more business focused, something more around my craft in marketing.
Right.
So those kind of approaches, and just trying to think, what do I want to be for my family eventually?
Yeah.
Where do I want to be in the next 5 years so I can, provide a life for the people I love? That's the person I feel like I'm actually becoming, although I'm still self-deprecating.
Of course.
Yeah. But
And just to
working
touch on
towards it.